What's up, people? This is SiTHFuRion, and right now I'm going to watch the movie Ghostbusters. I've done a couple of trailer reactions in the past, and a lot of you tend to agree with my general opinion on this movie. But since it's been released, a lot of you keep asking, "What's my review? Like, what do I think about the movie?" And I haven't been able to answer it because I haven't watched it yet. So I figure this is going to be the best way to do it. Watch the movie for the first time, record my reactions, and give you my review on it straight up. Like, I'm very eager to watch this movie. I want to be proved wrong. I really, really do. I want to be proven wrong. I want to think that the trailers was just badly edited and put together. I've always been a firm believer in the best critic to believe is yourself. You know what I mean? You have to give something a try. Never be completely on the basis of someone else's opinion, because everyone's different. You know what I mean? What I like, you may not like. And what you like, I may not like. It's just one of those things in life, you know what I mean? But this, I want to be proven wrong. I really, really do. So, no more rambling. Let's just get this going. Ghostbusters 2016. Let's get this going, man. Fuck it. Of course, for like legal reasons, I can't show the movie on the screen. Not much I can do about it. Really? First few lines of dialogue are bad jokes. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really find him funny. He was really, really annoying when he was on the Office. I just don't find him funny. I'm sorry, but his whole delivery, everything, it's just bad. I used to watch him on The Office and think, good God, how many cocks have you sucked to get that job? Because you never got it on the back of your acting or comedy skills. Jesus, you must be like good at it. Must be good at something. Okay. Nice build up to the titles. And that's it. That's all we get of the classic music. Really? Couldn't we like have had more shots like establishing New York and have the music playing in the background? Why just cut it straight? Like, fuck's sake. Okay, it's got one little giggle out of me. How does she get any work? What the fuck? She's not funny. Melissa McCarthy is not funny. How does she keep getting work? Every line is so forced with her. A fart joke, really? The high comedy standards of Paul Feig, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Paul Feig. Yep. They're very immature. It's stupid. Weird cuts. It's almost like any other scene that has any other actors is just there just to establish the next scene. You know, it's like get them in, edited, done, quick, move on to the main cast. So far, it's just any other actor is just quick, set up, move on. The editing patience really, really off. That's like, it's like a scary movie gag. You know what I mean? Those comedy spoof movies. It just seems like a very like scary movie fucking 7 gag. Got a smile off me. Like, keep like a tally down below how many times I smile and laugh. That one don't count though. See, another quick cut. Move on quick with a scene. Wow, talk about being on the nose, right? Direct dig at the comments. Really? Really? Paul Feig. Comedy genius that is Paul Feig, ladies and gentlemen. This is a scary movie. I feel like I'm watching Scary Movie or Meet the Spartans. That's the kind of standard of the level of comedy / cringy vibes I'm getting. Like, it's funny, right? If this was the other way round, this would be really fucking sexist. Feminists would be going crazy over this. You've hired a beautiful, attractive actress to play a dumb role, and the character only gets hired on the back of their looks, and all the male members of staff are practically jerking off over how sexy she is, but yet she's really stupid. She's like feminists will go crazy over that shit, but when it's the other way around, it's okay, right? Why is he covering his eyes? Oh my god, so fucking dumb. Okay, that's cool. I like that, how they established the logo. Got a bit of a nerd Feel off me then. That was cool. Okay, this is cool. With them testing the equipment. That was cool, man. I gotta admit that. Okay, that was cool with them testing the equipment. Another dig. That's a weird cut. 1 minute they're inside talking, the next minute they're outside and she's got the car. Once again, bad editing. Unless my copy's fucked. Or take your finger off the button. There was no need for that. The first shot of her turning it on and flying back, that was good enough. And then cut back to them sat there laughing about it. That would have been perfect, but they fucking extend the fucking scene. Oh, it's funny. Put the fat woman on string and have her flying around. Ha 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 ha. Melissa McCarthy's typical kind of comedy. I've fallen and I can't get back up. Typical shit. It's not fucking funny. So far, the only one that I don't like is Melissa McCarthy. And it's funny, like Leslie Jones was the one that's probably caught the most heat. But up to now, she's probably the only one that seems the most genuine. Like, the way that she's delivering the bad dialogue, the way that she delivers it, feels very natural. It's not forced. Like, she's just naturally... I like her. It's just Melissa McCarthy that's coming out like every line that comes out of her mouth is forced. Oh shit, Bill Murray. That better not be it. That's it. That's his only cameo. Oh god, here comes the shit music. I remember when I first heard this, I thought, oh my god. I would rather join the Pain Olympics than listen to this song again and again. And I'm going to have to talk because of copyright, because fucking guaranteed it's going to get claimed on this video, so I'm going to have to talk over it. Oh, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Oh god, it's so shit. So bad. Everything about it, the beat, the melody, fucking just everything. So shit. That line, that's a room full of nightmares and I'm not going in there. That's like a natural line that you would actually say. Like I said, like Leslie Jones seems to be the one that's the most natural. It sounds really bad, but you know, this whole thing reminds me of, you know, that Turtles movie when they had Vanilla Ice on stage? And how cringy it was. Really Ozzy's fucking in this. Ozzy. Oh, dear me. And music's done, quick. Okay. That's cool, man. I'm sorry, but Melissa McCarthy is a bad actress. Oh, well, really, with the reverse fucking reverb on the voice. Very original, poor fig. Easy fucking effect to do. Oh, I was hoping that they was going to cut it out. Like, in all honesty, there's aspects of the film that is good, but I think it could have done with like maybe another rewrite. Like maybe get somebody else apart from Poor Fig to write it. Maybe take out some of the bad jokes and actually like put some actual real dialogue in there. And see, I think if they wrote this movie like a straight movie, not a comedy, actually wrote it like an actual, in a way like a horror movie that had ghosts and people that fought them, and then afterwards added the odd comedy line here and there, it would have been so much better. But because it's like a staged comedy and everything's so forced, it just feels fake to me. Like I said at the start, an SNL skit. It's got elements that are so good, but licking the gun, like, no. That was a director choice, that was. Because if I was director and the actor just did that, I was like, no, what are you doing? Do it again, but this time don't lick it. And have you noticed as well how they're all men that are frozen? Like, you can't do a job properly, pointless. Was that a female Slimer then? Okay, but all the men are just standing there completely useless, like a broke dildo on the shelf. Like, fuck, man. Every male in this movie has either been a complete dick or stupid. I mean, I kind of heard that the main ghost at the end was the fucking Ghostbusters logo itself, but I didn't think that they would start it off as like an animated fucking. Thinking about it, you know what would really help this film is the original soundtrack. Like certain key songs would have really helped. You know, regardless if the song sounds kind of retro and 80s, still it's like paying homage to the original source material. Plus there's the whole like nostalgia factor as well, like help bridge the gap between the old and the new. And but I really don't think Poor Fig has much respect for the source material, to be honest with you. Really? It's actually true what I heard. They aim at his balls. Really? They should have had that dialogue out. No, just a smile and hero moment complete, and then they get yanked out, and then they have the dialogue on the outside. That would have been better, to be honest. This is where they should have that dialogue about how I've already left you alone once or something. Okay, I think that's it. I'm not gonna watch it anymore. There's no fucking point. I already know about the end credit scene and mentioned about Zor or whatever. First initial thoughts. It's true. It's not as bad as we all really thought, but it's not good. It's in that kind of middle ground where it could have been good. Like there's certain elements, certain scenes that were really really good, but it just, like I said, I think it needed maybe like the script needed like another rewrite. I personally think the best way to approach comedies is to write it like a straight film. Just write it like a normal movie with normal plots and key points and story twists and character arcs. Write it like a proper movie, and then probably on the day of shooting, change some of the dialogue and add a few comedy punchlines. Like fucking Deadpool, right? That movie, really, really funny, loads of punchlines. The most funniest line in that whole entire movie that made the whole entire cinema that I was in completely crack up was the line when Deadpool was at the fucking mansion and he's knocking on the door and he does the old Alien 3 line and stuff. Like as he's saying like, oh, I'll wait outside. It's such a big mansion. It's funny how I only see two of you. It's almost like the studio couldn't afford any more X-Men. That line was so fucking funny because it's true, but the fact is that line was improvised. I could be wrong, but I believe it wasn't in the script. It was just improvised on the spur of the moment. That's what made it funny. If you go back and you look at the original Ghostbusters movie, it was almost like they filmed the scenes, and ever so often Dan Aykroyd or Bill Murray just turned around and said to Harold Ramis, like, look, I know we've done the scene, we've got it in the can, but before we move on, do you mind if we do like another take, and this time I'll kind of improvise some lines? And Harold Ramis is like, okay, go for it. And Bill Murray did some lines, and they were all laughing behind the camera, and they were like, we're keeping it. That's what made it funny. It wasn't a staged comedy, if you see what I'm saying. And that's what this movie is. It's staged. It's like a SNL skit. Everything from even their outfits. It's like I could see them on, say, like a Monday. They're at the SNL studios, and it's like, okay, this weekend we're gonna do a fucking skit on the new Ghostbusters film. We need to get together some cheap outfits because we got this thing to film for Saturday Night Live. So they rehearsed it with like a quick script. Done. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me. There's not much respect for the source material. It's just a case of just get it done. It's funny, or it's what we think is funny, and the outfits are very similar to what's already out there, so it just works. Just go. If that makes any sense, it just feels very forced. And like I said in the fucking reaction, I think let me get up the name of everyone. Leslie Jones. She took the most shit on Twitter and everything, and I generally I generally feel bad for her. I really, really do. I think out of all of them, she probably seemed the most natural, you know, with the dialogue, even though like a lot of it is bad dialogue, but that's Paul Feig's fault. That's not her fault. They are actresses. They are told to do something and they do it on the screen. You know what I mean? Everything you see, every line, the way it's delivered, everything is down to Paul Feig. Everything. It's not the actor's fault. It's Paul Feig. If they did like a certain line or they acted in a certain way and Paul Feig didn't like it, he would have said, do another take. You see what I'm saying? So don't blame the fucking actors. Blame the fucking director every time. Blame the fucking producers. Blame the writer. They're the people to blame, not the fucking actors, man. So I generally feel sorry for her. And like I said, I think out of all of them, she was probably the most natural with the dialogue. But I do think it helps with the fact that the character that she was portraying apparently is very similar to the character that she portrays on stage when she does like stand-up. So it probably was just, you know, completely natural for her. I personally would have liked to have seen the casting mixed around a little bit and maybe made her one of the smarter members of the group and actually pushed her like, we want to see you act and actually act like a smart, intelligent black woman that can actually like go to college, go to university, get an education and be a role model for young black girls growing up. You know what I mean? That to me would have been a lot more better than what they did in this film. You know what I mean? But once again, that comes down to Paul Feig. Kirsten Wiig did an amazing job again. Really, really good actress. But she's the one out of all of them that can actually act, I believe, that can actually do an actual movie without the comedy. Like she's done straight roles before and did really, really well. The one, I can't think of a name, Kate McKinnon. I've never really seen her before. I know that she's really big on SNL. There's aspects of her character that I really, really did like. I'm not gonna lie. There was certain things where like you could tell like she wasn't really all there, but you kind of have to be to create this like fucking equipment. So it kind of works with her. I think sometimes it was a bit over the top, maybe like with the licking of the guns and stuff like that. Just didn't really make much sense. The one that really, really was hard for me to kind of see past is Melissa McCarthy. Her acting, her delivery, it's the same thing in every movie I see her in. It's the same forced shit. Like, I really don't like her. I'm sorry, but I don't like her. I could be wrong, but I think the only reason she gets acting jobs is because of her husband and the fucking connections she's got. You know, and I think if you actually go and look on her IMDb, I think a lot of the people who produces her movies or directs her movies are usually the same group of people. You know, she's got like this little circle of friends who keep hiring her. I would like to see her get casted in a proper movie, not just something one of her friends have made. But I don't think that will ever happen simply because I don't believe she has the acting abilities that could go into a proper audition and audition for a proper role in a movie and get it. I don't think she could ever do that. You know, not like Kate McKinnon, definitely not like Kirsten Wiig. Melissa McCarthy is one of those type of people who she only works because of who she knows. That's just my opinion, you know what I mean? I don't find her funny at all. She's good when it comes to like a small dose, like Bridesmaids. I think she was okay in that movie, but that was because she had a small little background actor type of role. As a lead, absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, the fact that every male in this movie was either stupid or fucking sexist. Not sexist, sorry. Was either stupid or just a straight up dickhead. It's fucking dumb. I'm sorry, but if this was the other way around, and I know feminists will probably fucking pull out movies from here and there about how you had this character in this movie who was sexist and this character fucking labeled women as being stupid or this and that. And like, I know that there's probably films out there, but this was completely fucking blatant. This was completely on the nose. Men are fucking stupid. Women are better. Fuck you. If you don't like it, then you're sexist. That's what this whole movie is. You know, and it kind of makes me laugh, like when people go on about girl power and how they're like, they must have got together, every single female on the set, and got together and did that fucking photo with a girl power with the sign. I looked at that and I thought, wow, that's a small crew. You know, I can't wait to watch the movie and watch all the end credits, because I'm pretty sure there's some guys in there as well. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure Bob was the guy who set up the lights. I'm pretty sure Robert, the guy that carries all the equipment from the trucks. You know what I mean? But, oh no, they don't get no credit, right? No, it's because a women girl power movie. Fucking stupid. Plus, they seem to fucking forget that Paul Feig's a guy. You're doing this movie, this whole like campaign of girl power and women can do anything a man can do, but yet a guy wrote the movie. A guy directed the movie. What is the point you're trying to make? It don't make no sense to me. And as far as Paul Feig himself, right, I've got a couple of bones to pick with him. First off, I watched this thing the other night on Netflix. You should go and check it out. It's called Ghost Heads, where they talk about Ghostbusters fans and how the original movies affected these guys and became like a big part of their lives. And they get dressed up. They go out to hospitals and look after sick kids and like they love Ghostbusters. It's had such a positive effect on their lives. And as far as fandom and everything, it's really, really cool. And some of the guys got invited to the set and stuff of the new Ghostbusters movie, and they got a chance to meet Paul Feig, and they presented him with like this plaque type of thing. And Paul Feig was saying about how he feels very honoured by the fans and like smiling in their faces and all this other stuff. And it's like, well, a couple of months later, you're calling those same fans, you're calling us assholes in Twitter. Like, that to me is kind of two-faced. Like, how can you accept a plaque and smile and then talk shit about us like on Twitter? Like, that to me is fucking stupid. But the main thing that kind of like ticks me off about him, he did an interview where he was saying about how like men ain't funny, and he went off on like this big kind of tangent. I can't remember what website it was, but Paul Feig really doesn't like men. He really thinks men ain't funny. And looking at this movie, it kind of makes sense that men ain't funny, because he ain't funny himself. You know, I seriously think Paul Feig hates the fact that he's a man. I think he wishes he was a woman. But this movie, there's elements that could have worked, you know, and I can understand why some people like it. But I don't know. I think one, it should have like definitely the script should have had like a rewrite. Some characters should have been mixed around a little bit. And what was the deal with the editing at times? It was like, we need to have the 3 white women on screen as much as possible. Fuck every other actor. It's like, you're here just to establish the next scene. Go. Edit. Move on. I like the intro part when they show like the titles, fucking font or whatever. The title treatment. And the music. It's like, okay, this is cool. I'm in it. Had like a nice build up. What they should have done was had a couple of shots of New York. Because New York is a character itself. Have shots of the streets. Have shots of like iconic places. Fucking the Statue of Liberty and all this thing with the Ghostbusters music in the background. Like, we're back in this world with this music, with this city. We got new characters, but we're back in this world. We need to establish it. That's what they should have done, but they didn't. It was like, quick, move on. You know what I mean? The editing was so choppy in this. It could have been better. It really, really could have been a lot better. If you've managed to get to this point, because I know this video is going to be pretty long, but if you've managed to sit through this whole thing with me, congratulations. Give this video a thumb up. Um, but yeah, man, it was all right film. It's not as bad as they make out. I kind of expected a complete shit show, to be honest. It's definitely not a comedy. It's trying too hard. It's trying too hard, man. Okay, when I did my I think it was Ghostbusters one, not Ghostbusters one, the fucking trailer for this film, the first trailer. I did kind of like a little sales pitch of what I think the new Ghostbusters movie should be like, and I've been thinking about it, and I think it shouldn't be a movie because too much time's gone by to try and cram it all into 90 odd minutes. I think with the way Netflix has been, it would be ideal for Netflix. I'm not even joking. Ideal for Netflix. I think as the Ghostbusters game is pretty much canon, I think the player that you play as, the newbie, should be the main guy. He's getting old. Howard Ramis has passed away. Egon's died. Maybe he was experimenting on something. Ray blamed himself and he left. Peter has changed his field and he's moved to fucking Europe or something because he got married to Dana and they broke up, and so he just went away, just go as far as he could away. And Winston got married and he probably lives in Canada with his wife and kids, you know what I mean? And so you've got this old guy, is in the firehouse, he's on his own, he's still ghostbusting. The fucking government's paying for the rent on the place because of what they've done in the past. Very similar to how like the government picks up the bill and like funds them. But it's just one guy. They probably only get one call a month, like nothing special. It's completely died down. The only person that comes round to the firehouse to kind of hang out with the main character is Oscar. You know, the baby from Ghostbusters 2. He's around and he pops by ever so often, and they go and have a drink, maybe in somewhere like something kind of typical like Joe's Bar. I don't know. But they hang out there. It's like a different location from the firehouse, and they're hanging out, they're talking, drinking. Oscar has kind of mild signs of being a bit psychic. Like he gets a bit of a feeling that something's going to happen, and it kind of happens. And he has weird dreams, and that kind of stems back to his experience in the second Ghostbusters movie. What leads him to be like a main character, like a psychic type of thing. And activity starts building up, and the old guy is not the newbie anymore, but the old guy has to hire new Ghostbusters. And this is where you could have like female leads and shit, and just do like a Netflix series. You know, in each episode, they have like a new ghost and they have to tackle it, but there's this underlining sub-story. You know, in each episode's adding to it. You know what I mean? I personally think that would be amazing. You know, and you could have it like the old guy's got a bit of a drinking problem because deep down he blames himself for Egon dying. You know, it wasn't really Ray's fault, it was his fault. You know, and he let Ray take the blame. Some deep underlining story that kind of plays out. I personally think that would be a lot better than what they've done here, because it's really like passing on the torch to like new Ghostbusters, but you still gotta have like pay homage to the original Ghostbusters. That's what I would have done. But yeah, I'm rambling on. I think I'm gonna end this now. I'm tired. I've got other videos to fucking film as well. But yeah, man, give this video a thumb up if you enjoy my reaction. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright? I've been SiTHFuRiON. I'll catch you in the next one, man.